Burn time, burning money.
Congrats on that 2016 ESPY. Can you talk about that a little bit? I mean, that was a huge achievement.
Yeah, it was awesome. Obviously, going to the ESPYs was something different. We didn't plan on going to the ESPY going out there. I was going for the Game of Thrones premiere. But Malky Kawa was like, no, dude, you got tickets to the ESPY. You might as well go do a couple of interviews, get your face out there. And me and my wife ended up going there. We sit down and we're sitting there enjoying the show. And the next thing you know, it says best fight of the year, Demetrious Johnson. I'm like, oh shit, I won. Sweet. So it was a good experience. See all the different athletes from different sports, swimming, football, basketball. Nobody from track was there, but it was a good experience.
Sounds fun. You're coming up on being able to beat a title that Anderson Silva's held for so long, having 10 title defenses. If you do this successfully, you'll have 11. Can you talk about that? Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it means anything to any champion in the UFC. I mean, obviously, the goal for anybody who's an athlete in any sport is becoming champion. Obviously, for football players, they want to win the Super Bowl as many times in a row as they can. For a UFC champion, they want to win and defend the belt as many times as they can consecutively. So for me to, I've done 10 now. Now we're going to the, landmark and uncharted territories for any man, for like fucking Star Trek, for 11. So it's very important.
How exciting your time is to be part of the UFC?
It's a big part. It's a big exciting part. Obviously with the merger of WME IMG, bringing them together, they're giving us athletes an opportunity to do different things in different roles. Got my first gig going on with the video games, some on-air talent, which I'm very excited about. A lot of people don't understand is when you're an athlete, your window of opportunity, your shelf life is very small. So you got to start thinking about branding and thinking about what's next after fighting. And I think with WME IMG, my agent Brad Slater has been helping me out a lot with that, and I'm very excited.
You and Dana White have gone back and forth, in the press over the last year or so. How's their relationship now, and do you see it, getting frosty once again?
We're good. We sat down and talked about two grown-ass men during UFC 214. I saw his birthday cake, very nice cake, whoever made it, and everything's fine.
How was that to be in an adversarial position with your boss when he wanted you to fight Dillashaw and that wasn't, what you wanted? I don't want to call it an adversary. It's just two men in a disagreement, a lot of misunderstanding, obviously. And, there was too many cooks in the kitchen when that was going down. How would you describe on why you didn't want to fight Dillashaw and that Borg is really the opponent that you want?
Absolutely. It's always about, in my opinion, always fighting the number one contender in your division. Right now, Ray Borg is the number one contender in the division. They offered that to me, and, we accepted that fight. Obviously, that stuff's behind us now. And it was just disagreement between two parties.
Do you see yourself down the road possibly fighting Dillashaw at some point?
Well, yeah, if the money's right. Like I said, if TJ Dillashaw was, a 125er and he made the weight class and fought for the number one contendership spot, then we all wouldn't be having this conversation. But let's say he becomes a champion and the money's right, and there's not a number one contender in the bantamweight division. He's the champion, and he says, yeah, you can pass a line. Then I have to sit down and think about if I want to do it. The money's right. Yeah, let's make it happen. It's just like Holly Holm and Chris Cyborg right now. Chris Cyborg is like, oh, she won't fight me. She goes, I'll fight you. The terms are right. Let me get some money. So it's always about negotiating. If the negotiating factors look good for me, it doesn't have to be TJ Dillashaw. It could be anybody at 135. If I'm going to go up there and fight, I'm going to make sure I make the most money I can.
Of course, and this was, I think, being panned as more of a super fight with Dillashaw, and you've said you've wanted super fights, but it's not a super fight if the money's not there.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm fighting another champion and the money's not there, what difference does it make? If I was going to make the exact same pay to fight, the number one contender in my division than fight some guy who just missed out on his title shot, it's not a super fight. You guys can believe in everything you want, but I'll tell you right now, it wasn't a super fight.
Do you think all the hype surrounding this week and McGregor Mayweather is a good thing for the UFC?
Absolutely. You have a bigger crossovers of the boxing fight, boxing world. And I think there's a lot of people out there who are diehard boxing fans. They don't even know what mixed martial art is. And let's hope that half people who order the pay-per-view hopefully show some of Conor McGregor's highlights of him knocking out people, and people can see it like, damn, these guys are fighting in 4-ounce gloves. Holy shit! I want to go tune into that. So hopefully, percentage of those people who watch the Maymac fight, they come over to the next fight, UFC 215, and purchase the pay-per-view.
But does it, but if he doesn't have a good showing, does it hurt the brand?
I don't think so. I mean, he's fighting the best boxer in the world. He's fighting the best, defensive boxer in the world. And people are gonna be like, well, shit, what did you think was going to happen? He fought Mayweather, or if he does have a good showing, which I believe he will. I think people are like, oh man, this MMA stuff is no joke. We should go check it out.
And if he has a good showing, do you see him coming back? I mean, because the money is in the boxing.
The money. I mean, let's be honest. The money's more in boxing. I would say boxers, McGregor Sports Entertainment, Mayweather Promotion, Triple G, Canelo Alvarez, Lomachenko, Rigondeaux. The name just goes off. Those guys have more of a say so how much they're going to get paid. And then it's just like boxing. If, for example, if Lomachenko was going to fight, Conor McGregor, and they're like, hey, you're going to fight Conor McGregor, we'll pay you $250,000. He says, no, I'm going to fight him for $250,000. And they're like, oh, you're a pussy, you're scared. And he goes, no, I want more money. And you're calling me scared because I'm trying to maximize my total compensation? I think that's called a smart businessman, because we want something from this man. We want you to fight this man. That's what we want. Okay, we want you to fight, so pay me. I'll do it. I never said I want to do anything. You just got to pay me if you want me to do it.
Champ, any predictions for the fight?
Jesus, you're out of line. You just came in and cut people off. I got McGregor.
Seriously, dude.
How do you think?
Why do you think you said you think he'll have a good showing? Why?
I think McGregor have a good showing. The reason why is because I think if McGregor goes out there and doesn't fight him like a boxer, I think he's going to do a lot better. The reason why I like this matchup for McGregor and Mayweather is because Mayweather is not a pressure fighter. He does not push the pace. You can watch all his fights. All his opponents go to him, and he beats his opponents by patience. Conor McGregor has patience. He's always using Conor McGregor's style is he uses his upper body to move and make people miss, and hits them on the his left cross. To where I can see Mayweather put himself against the rope, and Conor can just walk him down and pick his shots. And then all Conor has to do is make sure when Mayweather throws that cross, he's just got to make sure he's out of the way from it so he can deliver his left cross. So it's always about distance. A lot of people don't give Conor McGregor the option, or you guys are too blind to understand. I'm a mixed martial artist. I can tell that somebody who understands distance. The first time when I saw Conor McGregor fight, who was it? Diego Brandao. I was like, okay, let's see how he does. And he was understanding distance. I was like, okay, he understands distance. And then when he dropped him with the lateral drop, I was like, okay, Conor McGregor is evolving. And then he keeps getting better and better. And I think he prepared for this fight smart here at the UFC Performance Institution. So I don't see why he wouldn't have a good showing. It's not like if Mayweather was like a Triple G or Canelo Alvarez, who comes forward, pushes the pace, who goes body, head, body. There's my phone to a right cross. Then I'll be a little more worried about McGregor. But that's not the type of fighter Mayweather is. Mayweather is jab, cross, body, jab, cross. That's what Mayweather is. So
you're seriously saying that McGregor's going to win, because you're the first person I first said that. So I'm presuming
I think he can
you're going to put your money where your mouth is, because you will be the first and the only person.
I'm not betting.
Oh,
I don't make that much money. Keep my money in the fucking bank. But if I had to pick somebody out of the whole entire UFC roster at 155 pounds who has the best chance to beat Mayweather, I would give it to Conor McGregor. I mean, he's good. He understands distance, and it's always about distance control. For people who, like I said, if it was a Canelo or Triple G, I will lean more towards them. But right when that fight got made between him and Mayweather, I was like, oh, it's perfect. I mean, you look at what gives Conor McGregor fits. It's someone who pushes the pace, who's going to put it on him. Now, let's say Mayweather comes out there and he's all over Conor McGregor. He's making Conor McGregor fight. They're getting a shootout, and he's dodging and ricocheting everything, punches, and he ends up knocking Conor McGregor out. Then I don't know shit about boxing.
Would you, if you were in his position, in Conor position, would you have brought a boxing coach?
No. I agree with Conor McGregor. Why would you bring confusion? I've never brought anybody into my camp to imitate anybody I'm about to fight. And I've been successful for 10 title defenses. I've never gone out and trained with a different coach. Never went out and seek something different. You see a lot of people go to different places to try to get that, what they're looking for. This is the holy grail of camps. But, I've had losses under the AMC banner, and not once did I ever think I need to get out of here. You stay there, you fix things, and you try to make it right.
What do you think about the whole circus, the whole show? Do you enjoy it? as a fan?
I think it was funny. I think watching the UFC Embedded, and I think watching the All Access, it was definitely it was definitely enjoyable.
Now that's not the only game in town. You plan on attending the Big Three championships?
No, I'm not.
You're not a basketball guy?
I've been to basketball games. I just fall asleep. I'm actually going to support the Seattle Storms this Sunday. So it's hard for me, man. I mean, I have a very limited amount of time to do what I want in my free time. Being married with kids, so when I have that free time, I choose to play video games or watch Game of Thrones or Ballers.
Or Power?
I don't watch Power. I ain't got time to see this man run a strip club, just run all these drugs everywhere. He doing bad things. He got enough money. He just needs to stop. So,
What did you think of the last episode of Game of Thrones?
I loved it.
Oh, you got a rumor.
It's kind of anticlimactic just because I've been watching Berserk, a little more dark anime. So every single episode you're watching in Berserk, it's kind of very just pinpoint, like it's just blowing up point. But hell, that Night King, what a fucking arm though, right? He just lined that shit up and got that dragon.
Did you see the dragon going down? Did you think that happened?
Yeah, did I think it was gonna happen? Well, I didn't think it was gonna happen, but it happened, and now he's got an ice dragon. So they got a fucking ice dragon. I wanted to post on Twitter like, they got a fucking ice dragon, and people were like, spoilers, boo! But they got ice dragon now, so it's gonna be good.
Going back to